Hi everyone, thank you for watching and welcome to today's video. So today I am going to be doing a foundation review, which I am really excited about. I feel like I say the same thing in every single intro, but I have had my eye on this product for a while and I finally picked it up. I'm going to be reviewing the Ordinary Coverage Foundation today. If you haven't heard of this brand, you should definitely check them out. They are fairly new, but they came out with a lot of products and they are extremely affordable. I ended up picking up the foundation and I picked up one of their primers, which I will be testing out on half of my face today just to see how it works out. But like I said, I got the color foundation, the coverage foundation. It comes in 21 different shades and it retails for $6.90, which is a really random price, but at the same time, it's like I said, extremely affordable. I think one of the cheapest foundations that I've ever bought before in my life. So I ended up getting the shade 2.0, which is light, medium, neutral. I didn't really see like that much information on this foundation, but I figured I'd just take the gamble because of the price. But so it comes in this box right here, and I'll show you guys what the little bottle looks like. So this is what the actual foundation looks like. I was really excited to see that it came with a pump and it has the little like locking mechanism on it to where if you're traveling you can lock it and it does not push down, so hopefully it will not leak. The bottle is plastic, which doesn't bother me. I typically prefer plastic bottles just because if it's glass and you drop it, there is the potential that it could break. So this is a very nice compact foundation. It's going to be really easy to travel with and just carry in your makeup bag or anything like that. It is the typical 1 fluid ounce, which is standard for like foundations across the board. It does look smaller, but it is 1 fluid ounce. So I'm just going to prime half of my face with the high spreadability fluid primer today, and then I'm going to leave the other half of my face unprimed, and I will be applying it 2 different ways. A lot of people do this on YouTube. I will apply it with a foundation brush on one half and a beauty blender on the other half. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. And if you have tried out anything from The Ordinary or this foundation, please let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. And yeah, that's about it. So let's get started. All right, so I'm gonna start off by priming half of my face with the primer, the high spreadability fluid primer. And I just, sorry, my allergies are like really kicking up and my voice is going in and out, so I do apologize. This primer comes in like a dropper bottle that looks like a serum, and this retails for $7.90, which is still pretty darn affordable because the looks of it, it is very fluid-like, so I feel like you're not gonna have to use a lot to cover your whole face. I'm just gonna give it a little shake, and then I'm going to prime the left side of my face. So let's see. Oh yeah, this is like really liquidy. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't want to use too much. Let's do 1. Okay, I totally missed that and got it. Ah! Okay, this is messy. Not a good idea. Got it on my shirt. Nice. Let's start with 3 drops. You don't even really need to use the dropper because it kind of just comes out on its own. Okay, it does spread out really nicely. It does feel like a silicone primer. Some people don't like that, but I don't know. I'm not that big into primers, so I'm down to try like anything new, honestly. But it feels really nice. It doesn't feel oily, doesn't feel greasy. It just feels like soft. Oh yeah. You can definitely feel the difference. So we'll see how it does with the foundation. You can definitely tell that my pores look smaller on this side, just like instantly. Let that sit in. I'm just gonna give this a good little shake because that's what it says to do before you apply it. And it says to take like a small amount. That's kind of like up to you what a small amount is. I'm going to start with 2 pumps. And I'm gonna apply the foundation on the right side of my face first, the side that I did not prime, and I'm gonna be using the Airbrush Blurring Foundation Brush from IT Cosmetics. This is like a little small size of it, but I've been using this to apply my foundation. Well, less pigmented, okay. I've been using this a lot to apply my foundation and I really like it, so that's what I'm using today. I think I might have used too much foundation, like Yeah, I really think it did. It's definitely got a lot of coverage to this. I am really impressed by that so far. It does spread out really nicely over the skin, even though I did not put a primer on this side. I just have my moisturizer on, but it definitely spreads out really nicely. I think this is a really good match for me. Like I said, I got the light medium neutral 2.0, and I really, really like the color of this so far. So I'm very happy about that. Picking out foundations online is always very tricky. I do have some breakouts around my chin area, my jawline, sorry. And it covered them really good. It doesn't really look like it emphasizes texture or pores yet. It still has to set into the skin, obviously. It just on like the initial application, it hasn't completely dried. It does look more like a natural to dewy finish. So that's okay. Like, I can get down with that. So now we're gonna try it with the Beauty Blender. Normally you get a lot lighter of a coverage with the Beauty Blender, but sometimes it can look a little bit more natural on the skin. So it just depends on your personal preference. I go back and forth with Beauty Blenders and foundation brushes. It just depends on my mood, I guess, but I think they're both great tools to apply foundation with. So that gave pretty good coverage too. I am impressed by this. Like, I really wasn't expecting that much just because it was such a cheap foundation. But when it said like full coverage, I was like, I need that in my life. I definitely see a little bit more of my scarring, my redness peeking through on this side. So I'll probably go back in with a little bit more. I'm trying to decide which side I like better. Honestly, they look like exactly the same, except for I got more coverage with the foundation brush. So I used up the whole 2 pumps already, and I want to do like another light layer on this side just because I need to match the coverage on this side. So I'm gonna just try and take like half a pump. Okay, we'll try that and go over some more of my more problem areas. So far though, first impressions, if you guys like full coverage, you need to go buy this foundation because it's awesome. It's drying down to a more like natural matte, I think. I mean, it still has like a little bit of like healthy glow to my skin. Hopefully that picks up on camera, more so like my forehead. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is freaking awesome. All right, so I have the foundation on, completed to the coverage that I would like. It was definitely full coverage in like the first layer with the foundation brush. As far as like the prime side versus the not prime side, I see like a tiny, tiny, tiny difference in the size of my pores and the finish of the foundation. It looks a little bit more dewy, like I'm talking tiny, tiny bit of difference. It looks a little bit more dewy on this side, and then this side looks a little bit more like poreless. I will zoom you guys in and you can kind of see what the foundation looks like on my skin. I do not have perfect skin by any means, so I do still have bumps and breakouts, so that's just life. That's just how it is for me right now, so it's not gonna look completely perfect, but I think all in all, my skin looks pretty darn good for putting foundation on. I am super impressed by this so far. Absolutely love it. Skin like a nice healthy glow without making it look too oily. I will probably powder it. I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and show you guys the finished result and tell you how stuff blends over top of it. And I will definitely like update in the description box how it wore throughout the day. I didn't see any claims on how long this foundation can be worn for, so hopefully it is long wearing, because typically when I wear makeup, I wear it for a long time. So yeah, but all in all, I am like obsessed with this right now. I am so happy with this. So yeah, I'm gonna go finish off the rest of my makeup and I will see you guys in a second. All right guys, so I just finished off the rest of my makeup and oh my gosh, I am seriously in love with this foundation. Right now, like how it applies and how it looks on my skin, it's probably one of my favorite foundations I have ever put on my face. As far as the formula goes, like I said before, it is extremely full coverage, which I really appreciate. The difference between like applying it with a foundation brush and a beauty blender is very, very minimal. I thought they both tools applied the foundation really, really nicely, give it a nice natural finish. I think it looks really nice on the skin for it being a full coverage foundation. So it's just up to you how you want to apply it. I think they both did really nice. As far as like the prime side versus not the prime side, again, I didn't see much of a difference. I liked the primer. I will continue to use it. It's just, I don't think it's something that is completely necessary with this foundation, but obviously you can use your favorite primer. It's up to you, obviously. It feels really lightweight. It hasn't accentuated texture. It hasn't accentuated any pores. I will say, like, I raise my eyebrows a lot, so I do have like small, well, I think they're big, wrinkles in my forehead, and it did kind of settle into that. But literally every foundation I've ever used, any primer, any setting spray, anything like that, the foundation always does tend to settle into those lines a little bit. So that's not a big deal for me. That's something I've just come to live with. I don't know, take it how you want it. It doesn't bother me. Really, really like this foundation. I think it makes my skin look really nice considering I do have more problematic skin. Everything blended over top of it like a dream. When it dried down, it was more, like I said, like a semi-matte finish. And I did end up powdering under my eyes, like my T-zone and my forehead, because my forehead was looking a little bit too shiny for my personal preference. But I think you could, like, a lot of different skin types could get away with this foundation as far as like if you are dry or oily. I think this could work for a lot of different people. It's like, I just can't believe how nice my skin looks and how good my skin feels. Like, it just feels normal. It doesn't feel dry. It doesn't feel oily. I just feel like I look good. So that's always a good thing when you purchase a new foundation or a new makeup product. So all in all, yes, 10.0 across the board. I love this foundation. If you have any questions that I did not cover in this video, I'm trying to think of anything else, but honestly, like, I can't think of anything that I don't like about it. I just love it. So hopefully it does not break me out. Like I said, I do have very sensitive skin, but so far so good. I love it. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, any things I did not cover in this video, and let me know if you plan on trying out this foundation or if you have already. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.